Hello friends, and welcome to today's project of making Whip Ganache. The ingredient list is in a description. Use it as a garnish for your plated desserts, fill your tarts, or make some mousse cups. For the chocolate, I thought I'd use something a little fancy. I love Toblerone, so that is the chocolate I have picked, but you can of course use any kind of chocolate. So, here is some trivia. There is a bear in the logo because Toblerone comes from Switzerland, specifically Bern. A bear is the symbol of the city there. The chocolate was invented by Theodore Tobler. Toblerone comes from his surname plus torrone, an Italian word for a type of nougat. So, let's begin. First, you will need 300 grams of Toblerone. This is a 360 gram bar. The rest of the 60 grams, just eat it while you make this recipe. We don't need it. Break it in half, and then half again. Take a grater and grate the chocolate. Here are two reasons why I'm grating the chocolate rather than chopping it or melting it. Firstly is to make sure I have uniform pieces, and secondly to make sure that the nougat and almonds are broken down evenly. This is the characteristics of Toblerone, having little chunks of almond and nougat. Leave that to one side for now. Next, take a scale and a medium-sized pot. We're going to measure the whipping cream. It has to be whipping cream and not single cream or double cream, but whipping cream. This is due to its fat content. This has about 40% of fat per 100 ml of cream. Single cream doesn't have enough fat to whip up, and double cream has too much fat, which could mean that the product could end up stiff. Pour in 600 grams of whipping cream, which is double the amount of chocolate. Next, we will be using liquid glucose. Liquid glucose helps the product to maintain a good elastic nature and by not making it overly sweet. We will need 10% of the weight of the cream, which is 60 grams. After that, just to give the ganache a boost in flavor, even though we are using Toblerone, I will be using some Madagascan vanilla paste. We need 1% of the total weight of the mixture, which is 9.6 grams. And if your scale doesn't measure the decimal, don't worry, just add in 10 grams. Now we're going to bring the pot over to the stove and turn on the heat to medium to high. We want the mixture to boil. In the meantime, let's talk about the gelatine. These are leaves. It takes 4 leaves to set 570 ml of liquid. We have about double that with cream, glucose and chocolate combined. However, we only need a little to stabilize the whole mixture. We only need 2 leaves to 960 grams of mixture. Take a small bowl and fill it with cold water. We're going to hydrate and bloom the gelatine for a few minutes. We can do this while the cream mixture is heating up. Let's come back to that because we don't want it to boil over. Once the cream mixture has boiled, bring it over to the grated chocolate and pour it over. Pour the whole thing in and let's check on the gelatine. Once the leaves are soft and flexible, you can toss those two in with the cream, but make sure, before you do, give it a squeeze to get rid of any excess water. Now once all the ingredients have gotten to know each other, take a whisk and mix everything until it has emulsified. Take some cling film and wrap the surface. This prevents a skin from forming on the surface. Place it in the fridge to allow it to mature and for the gelatine to do its thing. This is best done the day before. In the meantime, do check out my other videos while waiting. The next day. Take it out from the fridge, peel back the cling film and let's have a look. It has set beautifully, but not too firm. If you are wondering why Whip Ganache, let me tell you it's because it will make it lighter and mousse-like, but still maintain that rich flavor and texture. All we need to do is whip this up. Place this into a mixing bowl and notice how it can still slide. Just remember that. Take your whisk attachment and go to the mixer. Turn your whisk on to medium to high. This will not take more than a couple of minutes. Do not walk away. A major tip to whip ganache or cream is to stop before you think it's ready. You can always whip more, but you can never remove how much you've whipped. Once you're able to see that the mixture can draw lines in the bowl and has become thicker in volume, you can take it off from the mixer. Well, There you have it, perfectly whipped ganache. It's so good that it can hold its shape in the bowl. Here, I'll show you. I'm so glad that nothing came out, otherwise there would have been a giant mess to clean up. It's smooth, but with still some of the characteristics of it being Toblerone. This is ready to be used right now. Like I said, you can use this for a plated dessert, perhaps make a rocher and serve it. Let's taste this right now. This is fucking delicious. It's so good I'm gonna tell you again, it's fucking delicious. If you want, you could pipe this out. It's smooth, it's rich, everything great about Toblerone, and more importantly, light and airy. I don't want you to know this, but I could actually eat the whole bowl on my own. Or to show you something else, if you have a round tart or cake, and you don't have a piping nozzle, just cut a rustic opening and pipe away. Also, don't just stop there, make a white version of this. If you want to go the extra mile, get a Toblerone assorted pack and choose whatever chocolate you want to make it into Whip Ganache. And there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe to join me on more food adventures. Until next time, bye for now.